Hey, so this is uh, the game I've been working on. Um, it's not called Cartoon World, even though it's titled that. I'm right now. I'm going with Dancing Girls. Love me some Dancing Girls, you know. So here we go. All right, so you press these keys as it shows at the bottom. If you just press left and right, it just does this. You see how the accordion player is squeezing? But if you press any of the other keys while doing so, it makes music. And because the dancing girls hear the music, they can't help themselves. They gotta start dancing. So, I guess I'm just gonna play a little bit. Because, I've been testing it a lot, so, I can fucking play this, decently. Oh, I guess I should say that different combinations of notes give the dancers specific instructions. So, for instance, when I press this note and when I press this note at the same time, they'll go into a horizontal line, like so. If I press them singly, if I press left shift alone, then, oh well, they didn't do what they're supposed to do. They just switch positions. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they go in. No, they just switch positions. Still just switching positions. Okay, that's a bug. They're supposed to go into a small square, like that. There we go. And then if I press V, they go into a large square. So small square, large square. And then as I do back and forth on the accordion, every time I do a back and forth, they switch positions. So the person who's in position 1 will go to position 2, the person in position 4 will go to position 1, and so on. So that's what's happening. And I don't really like that they do it without me playing music, but the way I tied the inputs in makes it hard for me to fix that, and I don't know how much I care. But I do think I'm going to just make it so that they switch when I go either only on the in or only on the push or only on the pull. Because I think they switch positions too much as I'm just playing. So yeah, this is when you press them both at the same time. They get in a little line. I love it. They're so cute. And then I also enjoy how they have a little bit of collision, so they push each other out of the way. And I actually had to give some of them more pushiness than the other ones, because I would end up in these conflicts that never ended, where they would just keep on pushing against each other forever. And they're allowed to try, I think it's twice or 3 times to get into the right position if they get pushed out. So they'll get, so when they go into the smaller one, they're going to go into a tight pack, and not all of them will. It's kind of like they can't all sit in the right chair at the time that they want to, so they get pushed out, and so they'll push back in, and they're only allowed to try 2 or 3 times, because if I didn't put that limit on it, they would just be fighting all the time. So check this out. So see how they're trying to get in the position, but they eventually compromise. Okay, so anyway, those are some interesting things about it. Oh, and the other dances are, so this note lifts their arm, and this note lifts their, this note lifts their other arm. And I take a lot of pride in the hand animation during that. Every time I see it, I giggle. I love how when they lift their hand, their palm slowly unfurls. I think that's great. Okay, so. Yeah, so I guess I'll play. Oh, that's another thing. One of the notes is on the push and pull. I don't remember which is which, but on one of them they go woo, and on the other one they go ha, and that is my voice set to different pitches. The pitches are somewhat randomized. They're put in as I think it's 0.8 of the pitch to 1.5, so 150% of the pitch can be lifted, and it just chooses a random value when the game starts. and then so they always have the same pitch within the game. So you could have one where all of their voices are low or all of their voices are high, but it would be consistent within the time that it's been loaded up. I think that's neat because I don't know. I love the idea of them having their own low voices. And oh yeah, when I first implemented that, it was kind of funny because there was no randomized delay on when they did their shout, and so all of them would shout in unison, so it was just like a really loud shout. And then when I gave them specific, it actually took a lot of tuning. When I gave them specific delays, it would be too consistent, it wouldn't sound right. So they have a randomized delay, I think it's between 0.2 seconds and 0.5 seconds, so that they'll all shout at slightly different times. Let's see, what button is that? I thought it was that one. It's not that button? I thought it was that button. Well, I don't know why they're not shouting. I guess that's another bug. Okay, anyway, on we go. Yay! So that's my Dancing Girls game. I might put additional moves in or something eventually. That was awesome.